Good morning, everyone. Hi, Janet. Hi, Doreen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How's everyone's summer?
Hot.
It is. It's been a really hot summer so far.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, good. Hi, Julia. Welcome. All right. Well, I have a class planned for us, but any special requests for today's class?
As always, I have a bad shoulder, so anything that can help loosen that up is good.
Yep. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. All right. We in all my classes, I've been doing more posture alignment and opening up the chest and this natural opening up in the shoulders as well. And so we'll get into the shoulders with those movements. And let's see, what else did I want to mention? Oh, yes, we did a really wonderful workshop on Monday. It was all about the health of our feet. So, if that's of interest to you, that would be something that I would watch. It's been recorded, it's in the platform, it's under workshops. And I'll be doing those monthly. So, a different topic every month, but this month was about the feet and really focusing and learning about the anatomy of the foot and the importance of the foot, and then the exercises that we can do in order to keep our feet nice and healthy. So, I suggest you watch that. It's just about 45 minutes. And then something else I wanted to mention is that I will be on holiday for a couple of weeks this month. And I think this group is my Age Strong group on my Monday morning class. So you will have a sub, not starting next week, the week after. For I think it's just two or 3 weeks through for the rest of the month. Her name is Isabella. She's been working with me for a couple of years now. She's wonderful. Um, and yes, so that should be all smooth sailing. And then according to our Yoga RX platform, I'm going to be filming and putting in a special program for you so that you can still take classes. And there's lots of classes to take that have already been recorded, but you can do, I'm going to do a 7-day program for you that you can take while I'm on holiday. And then I'll also be filming classes for you to take during our regular um, Wednesday slotted time. So you'll have lots to choose from. And even though it won't be a live class like this, that will just be for a few weeks this month. All right. And if you have any questions, I'm always available by email. Um, and yes, let's begin. All right. So coming to sit up nice and tall in our chairs, feet flat on the floor, relaxing those shoulders, down the back and away, nice open chest here. Maybe the palms are face down on the thighs, maybe they're up, just depending on your mood today. And then start to settle the eyes. Taking this time for stillness to turn inward. And starting to notice the rib cage rise and fall. And keep breathing here. A couple of deep breaths. Watching the rib cage expand and soften. And with each exhale, releasing any tension in the jaw, the face, the shoulders, the fingers. Notice where you're holding. See where you can let go. Just one more deep breath. Beautiful. And then we'll place our hands on our hearts, just coming to this energy center. And I invite you to set your intention from the bottom of your heart. What is your wish? Beautiful. You could drop the hands down to the thighs and we'll gently start to blink the eyes open. And then we'll go ahead and just begin by rolling the shoulders gently up and back. Now, especially if you have any shoulder issues or any issues around any joint, the knee, your back, we don't need to crank anything, right? Think of the gears in a wheel, right? We don't want to try to push it through. We want things to be nice and smooth. So just taking that energy of that nice smoothness, not forcing anything. Beautiful. And then we're just going to do one at a time, one shoulder back and then the other. So now we're incorporating maybe a little baby twist in the torso. Beautiful. As you're ready, come back to center. Relax the shoulders down. Nice long through the back of the neck. Inhaling, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up. And then exhale, we're going to float the arms down. Inhaling to sweep up and lengthen. Full exhale down. Beautiful. Inhaling, reaching up. We're going to pause here. As you exhale, hug the low belly in. Keep reaching like someone's pulling you by your fingertips. And then exhale, relax the arms down. Beautiful. Hands come to the knees. We're going to inhale to circle forward. Exhale to circle back. I want you to really imagine that you are scraping the bowl here. So you're not just stagnant, okay? You're not just one line from the pelvis all the way up, drawing a circle with your head. You are pressing the heart forward. Then you're rounding the shoulders as you come back. Nice and fluid here. Beautiful. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. All right, meeting back at center as you're ready. Find that equal space at center. Not too much forward, not too much back, not too much to the left or the right. Beautiful. Inhaling, sweeping the arms all the way up. Exhaling to float the arms down. Inhaling to reach up and lengthen, ground through your feet. Exhaling back down. Beautiful. Inhaling, reach up, and then we stay for a breath as you exhale. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Lengthen through the torso. And then exhale, relax the arms down, coming into our cat-cows. Inhale to arch the back. Exhale as you round. Inhaling to arch, pressing the heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale to tuck that tailbone and the chin in. Beautiful. A few more. 3 more breaths. And then we'll meet back at center as you're ready, nice and tall. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling back down. Inhale, reaching up, gliding, lifting. Exhale back down. And again, inhale, reach, and we stay as we exhale. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, relax the arms down. Beautiful. Rest the hands on the thighs. We're going to walk the feet out, toes out, heels in, coming into our side bend. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, overhead, reaching. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling, allowing that arm to lengthen your torso. Beautiful. So we use that arm so that we can lengthen the torso up and then find that side bend. Now, if you are not able to do this because of any shoulder issues, you don't have to use your arm. You can keep your arm down. You can still find that length through the side body over to the other side. Beautiful. Let's go for one more. And then other side, immediately using your breath. The inhale lifts us up. That's where we find our expansion. And in the exhale, we either come back to center or a place of rest. Opening up through the rib cage here. Getting into the intercostal muscles. Last one. Beautiful. Back at center. And then we're going to inhale, both arms reach up, lift up through the heels this time. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reach up, lift through the heels, hug the belly in. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up, and we'll stay during that exhale. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, everything floats back down. Beautiful. We're going to walk the feet back in. And then we're going to start to wiggle the toes. Lovely. And then roll the feet forward and back, lifting up the heels and the balls of the feet. Beautiful. Let's stay high up on those toes now. So we're lifting those heels up off the ground. Notice the contraction in the calf muscles. Stay here. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. On your next exhale, slowly drop the heels down. And now we're going to go ahead and lift up, and you could actually walk the feet a little bit further away from you. The ankles don't need to be directly underneath the knees here. And then we're going to go ahead and lift up the toes and the balls of the feet. The heels are down. So now feel that nice stretch in the calf muscle. You might even notice by the shin that muscle is engaged. So in the front of the leg. Beautiful. On the next exhale, release down. Walking the feet back in slightly, and then we're going to rock those feet forward and back again. Beautiful. All right, bringing the hands to the hips, or you can bring your hands to prayer. We're going to lift up one knee at a time, and I want you to keep the upper body nice and still. Notice how mine is not rocking side to side, and I'm working on my core here. So hug the belly in. That's why I'm not moving from side to side, and I'm lifting those knees straight up. Now, if you notice that you're rocking side to side, take a smaller step. Beautiful. Let's keep that right knee lifted. We're going to squeeze that right knee in towards the chest. We're leaving that hip flexor. Let's draw a circle with the toes and the other way. Beautiful. And then let the foot just hang, dangle there. And then we're going to rock side to side. Beautiful. Back to center, relax that foot down. Other side, left knee lifts up. We squeeze it in. And we draw a circle with the toes. And the other way. Beautiful. And then we'll rock side to side. All right, come back to center, relax that foot down. Now we're gonna walk the feet together and bring the knees together. Hands come to the knees. We're gonna butterfly the knees out and bring them back together. So just a nice opening here. This is going to be, you're gonna find more of a range of motion if you're at the edge of your seat here. Also, we should all be sitting like this. The hips should be in line with the knees, or the hips should be above. So our knees should not be, if these are the knees, these are the hips, the knees should not be higher than the hips. They should be in line with each other, parallel, or the hips may be slightly higher, okay, than the knees. And so actually a higher hips will allow more range of motion. So when I actually sit on the floor, that's why I'm always sitting on a cushion, on a pillow, so that my knees are able to open out more. I have more flexibility in my hips that way. Not only that, but it relieves pressure in the spine. So I'm not rounding my spine as much. Beautiful. All right. Relax that back at center. And then we're going to walk the feet back to that hip distance apart, that 2 fists wide. We're going to do a little bit of warm up in the upper body, and then we're going to do a nice and energizing breath practice. Some of you might like it. Some of you might think, oh no, again? We'll see. Okay. So we already did the shoulders. Let's go ahead and wiggle the fingers. And again, whenever we do joint work, we are nice and gentle here. I'm not trying to crunch and get into every little nook and cranny. I'm really bringing in that energy of fluidity here, like water, moving through water. And if you do have some stiffness, rub the palms together to create that heat and bring that heat all around the hands. All right, let's get into the wrists, some nice figure eights. Again, nice loosey-goosey here. If there's any little cracking, creaking, From my understanding, that's not a problem. If there's no pain, that's just air. I know when we hear something, we think, oh no, what's wrong now? And mine are popping away. Um, Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I think it's the food that we eat. In Ayurveda, and let's go ahead and just open and close the arms. In Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, which has a lot to do with lifestyle, diet, and nutrition, when there are popping in the joints, when we hear those creaking in the joints, it means that we need to eat more oily foods. Okay, that dryness, we need to feed our body within, right? So nice healthy oils, avocado oil, coconut oil, um, whatever whatever you have, olive oil, nice healthy oils, oily fish, it's really good to eat. All right, beautiful. Let's keep those fingers on the shoulders. We're going to bring the elbows together and then back behind. And I want you to, instead of moving with the breath like we usually do, I just want this to be more of a faster pace, kind of like the energy of a swing, forward and back. Okay. And again, we're not forcing anything. This is as easy breezy as a swing. Yes, you're using some muscles, but you're just allowing your body to naturally open up. So when you do hit a little resistance, if your body isn't able to move in that certain way, that's okay. You just keep going, you go back in the other direction, and then you keep working it like the Tin Man, right? Oiling up our joints. Beautiful. All right, relax the arms down, a little bit of a workout there. And again, let's come to rolling the shoulders up and back. Beautiful. All right, a little energetic burst here. Now for Doreen with your shoulder issue, just be gentle here. Maybe you just use one arm and you imagine with your powerful mind's eye that the other arm is coming along for the ride, okay? And actually, there are studies, people who are using mirrors when they are in PT and they're coming from healing an injury. If you practice doing something with a mirror right down the middle of your body and you are watching yourself, you're seeing two sides of yourself actually do that one movement. It tricks the brain and the body will heal faster on that side. If you want more information about that, let me know. I know there's studies out there that I can share. So that is really, really cool. Okay, so we're gonna do this burst of breath work. Inhaling, the arms come all the way up. My fingers are spread nice and wide because like little antenna, I'm taking up as much room as I possibly can. And as I exhale, I'm going to make fists and I'm going to gently tap my rib cage to say hello, hello rib cage. Okay, nice little massage here for the side body. Now you can do this at your own pace. We're going to do this a little bit faster because this is all about energy. And I'm going to set a timer. And we're going to do this for 1 minute. Now stick with me if you can. If you need to take breaks, that's all good. Give yourself grace, okay? And then join us when you are ready. Okay, now again, you can keep this slow. You can move a little bit of a faster pace. Trust your body, trust your instincts, okay? Beautiful. So we're going to be breathing in and out through the nose, inhaling, exhaling. All right, and we'll begin. Almost halfway there. Think of when you hit those rib cage, it's just a little rebound action like a trampoline. Your arms just naturally reach back up. When you reach up towards the sky, you're reaching for all of this beautiful universal energy that is yours. It belongs to you. Almost done. Take a deep breath in, reach up, reach, reach, reach. Hold for a moment, smile. Exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly move your arms through space, palms up on the thighs, close the eyes, stay absolutely still. Stay here to bathe in your energy, bathing in this fire within you. Keep the mind focused, eyes at the third eye. Keep observing, keep noticing, keep bathing. Beautiful. As you're ready, you can start to blink the eyes open. Ah, great job, great work. When we notice how our body reacts to things, maybe even more importantly, when we notice how the mind reacts to certain things, things that we're not used to, things that we're uncomfortable doing, things that put maybe a little bit of stress on the body, right? We start to see these patterns. Maybe there's a pattern that says, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore, right? What happened? Maybe there's a pattern of resistance, um, that whatever it is, right? We all have our voice inside of our heads telling us these stories. And no matter what the physical constraints are, I really highly encourage you to have a positive mind about it. So even if there are physical restraints, it doesn't feel good, we look to the brighter side. My body is protecting me. How amazing is that? Right? Oh, I wasn't able to do that for that long last time, but I've gotten a little bit better. Or I took a break this time and I'm really grateful that I did, right? We're trying to rewire these patternings that we have. Okay, beautiful. We're going to get into a little bit of a flow. and then we will start to close. So we're going to sit back a little bit more at the center of your chair if you're not already there. We're going to take that left leg and step it out to the side. Now you could heel toe it out to the side, or you can take one big step out. And we're looking at about 90 degrees here with our legs, okay? Toes and knees in the same lane of traffic. If you can't exactly do 90, all good. Do a smaller um, triangle or angle there. And then as you're ready, we're going to open those arms out to the sides so that the left arm is headed in the same direction as the left knee, left toes. The right arm is directly behind, okay? And take a look, peek at that right arm. Make sure that it's in line with the rest of the body, okay? And so we have nice strong arms here. Relax the shoulders down. Fingers are together, okay? Nice and strong here. And then we gaze over those left fingertips. Nice and tall through the crown of the head. Nice deep breaths here. Breathing to feel the rib cage expand and soften. Beautiful. Now on the next inhale, we're going to flip that left palm up towards the sky, and we're going to reach all the way up overhead. Maybe that right hand comes to your thigh or the armrest. We're going to open that arm so that same like side body stretch all the way overhead. Feel that opening in the rib cage. Keep pressing gently through the feet so we're still engaging the legs here. Nice deep breaths. Last breath. Beautiful. We're going to gently unwind back to those warrior two arms in line with each other. Now this time we're going to flip that left palm up again, but we're going to bring the forearm to the thigh. Now if this doesn't feel good, I want you just to open up through the side body to get there. Now if you notice that you are rounding forward, you're including okay, that rounding here in the spine. I want you to get a pillow or a blanket and place it on the thigh so that you don't have to go that far, so that you're just opening up through the side body. Okay, the chest is still facing forward-ish. All right, we do our best. Okay, so palms up, forearm is resting there on the thigh. I'm not leaning forward. I'm really rolling that shoulder back. And then I'm going to incorporate that right arm reaching up overhead. And again, slightly press into the feet so that we are starting to engage the legs as well. And I'm not really putting 100% of my weight onto this thigh. I'm trying to find length and space through both sides of the body. I'm relaxing that left shoulder down away from the ear. One more breath. Beautiful. Gently unwind. We're going to meet back in that warrior two, gazing over those left fingertips. Inhaling, reaching through the fingers. Exhale, float the arms down. Beautiful. We can heel toe the foot back in or take a big step to center. Great job. All right. Other side. So that right leg, take a big step or heel toe out, trying for about 90 degrees here. And then again, opening those arms out to either side, right arm in the same direction as the knee and the toes, fingertips together. Check out that left arm, make sure it's in line, it's not doing something wacky. And gazing over those fingertips, nice deep breaths. Engaging through the legs. Beautiful. Right palm flips up. We're going to reach that right arm all the way up overhead, opening up through the side body again. Deep breaths. Just two more. Beautiful. Unwinding back to warrior two, gazing over those right fingertips. Let's flip that palm back up towards the sky. Rest the forearm down on the thigh. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Shoulders are relaxed, opening up through the chest. Again, we're not rounding forward. Really focus on opening up here in the collarbones. Not placing all my weight down. I'm equally pressing the thigh away. Last breath. Beautiful. Inhaling, warrior two, look to the right. Exhale, relax the arms down. Great, great job. Walking or big step to the center. Ah, great work, everyone. We're doing a lot of stuff in this class today. We're going to end with just one more little warm up or exercise that I've been doing. I've been incorporating it. You might have heard me talk about it already. I've been doing this while I go on walks. So I've been trying to walk more lately. The weather's nicer, right? Well, if it's not too hot. Working on opening up the chest because I've noticed rounding, okay? So just a habit, habitual. All right, so you can do this exercise. We're going to go through it exactly what I do. Okay, so let's remember, how do I begin? Slightly just opening the shoulders up and back. And I do this all while walking. You can do it while you are sitting, watching TV, doing your whatever routine that you're in. We're gonna go ahead and drop the right ear to the right shoulder, squeeze the right shoulder up to meet the ear. We're lengthening through the left side. Beautiful. And then we're gonna drop that down, head over to the other side. This time we're gonna use a little assistance. Hand comes to the side of the head, and we're just gently opening up what we just contracted. Come back to center, and again, over to the right side, squeeze that right ear up, the right shoulder up. Relax it down, come back to center. Now we're gonna massage the side of the neck. Now there's a muscle here that runs from around where the ear is in front of the throat to the side of the throat. You could find this a little bit more by turning your head to the left and dropping that chin down slightly, and that little muscle is going to pop up, and we're just massaging into that. So I like to take kind of like claws here, thumb, and then I bend my index finger and I'm massaging, kind of working with these two fingers. And this is, people say do self massage, and sometimes we just don't know how to do it. We don't take the time to do it. I've been doing this, and my muscles are in this area sore, which I think is a good thing because I don't know if they've ever been touched before. I don't know if I've ever really gotten into this particular muscle before. This muscle in particular just is really tight and it shortens and it really creates that tension here. We want to create a nice long neck so that we can open up through the collarbones. Okay, beautiful. Head over to now the left side, lift up on that left shoulder. Beautiful. Head over to the other side and we assist a little bit with the hand. And again, we're not cranking, we're just gently creating space here. This should just feel like a nice, smooth stretch. Beautiful. Back to center. And again, squeeze up and release. And then we're going to find that same muscle to massage. This side might feel different. Beautiful. Come back to center. Just notice if you feel any difference here. My shoulders just feel more weighted. I feel just longer here in my neck. Last little bit here, palms up like you have a serving platter, and we're going forward and back. And we're using those elbows to really bring those elbows back behind us, sitting up nice and tall. Nice open collarbones. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring those palms facing together. They're still, forearms are parallel. And then we're going to open those arms out to the sides and back in. Open out and back in. And you might feel this little like natural inclination for the chest to pop forward. And this is a really nice way to also get into a different part of the shoulder. Beautiful. Pause here on your way back, and then we're going to pump it behind. Sitting up tall, elongating through the back of the neck. Relax the shoulders. Beautiful posture here. Excellent. And then release everything down. And again, just notice a little bit more openness. Last movement here, hands come to the chest, applying a little bit of pressure, like we're pulling down just a little bit, and then we're going to look up towards the sky. Nice opening here. This is getting more into the fascia as opposed to the muscles. Beautiful. Release, come back to center, relax the palms down, and then start to close the eyes. Beautiful. And then just notice how your body feels. Noticing any differences from when you first started class to now. We'll gently bring the hands together at the heart. I invite you to set your intention for the rest of your day. Drawing the thumbs to the forehead in honor of kind thoughts, to the lips in honor of kind words, and back to your heart in honor of the wisdom of your heart and your practice this morning. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Caitlin. That was nice. Very good.
Good, good, good. All right. I hope to see you all next week on Monday. And stay tuned for some emails about the program that I'm going to be putting out. And yeah, those classes coming through.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you again. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye, Caitlin.
Bye. Thanks, Janet.